Hey, so today we're talking about adding expenses to a timesheet. This is one of the many non-labor inputs that you can put on a timesheet, and we'll take a look at one or two others just before we're done. So this is Gail Robinson's timesheet, and you can see that she has been working on the boat show project. On Wednesday and Thursday, though, Gail did some travel, so we've put in under travel, let's put in 4 hours on each of Wednesday and Thursday, which makes some sense. And now if we click on the ellipsis here, you can see we have several options. If we go to expenses, we can add a grid with as many lines of expenses per timesheet as we wish. We can add it just in the grid like you would do in Excel, or I can go to the add dialog just by hovering over add and selecting dialog. And now I have, I want to select one of the possible resources. And these will be listed in your resource table as non-labor resources. And so it looks like I have to expand mine out a little bit to see what I can select from. So I have a whole bunch of options here for different kinds of projects. Travel is the one that I want. And so now I have travel. This resource, if it is in your project management tool, will be where these values go back. I'm now going to say we have airfare. And I'm going to say that was on a particular date. I can pick my currency if I've made currencies like that, and I can say, well, this airfare was $1,200, and it was no extra value for that. We could have a tax maybe of $120. And maybe a $60 tax if we had a second kind of thing. And we see $180 in taxes, the total, and I can put in an attachment. Now, if you're in TimeControl on your browser like we are here, and I've just put some here into travel receipts. There we go. I want to browse there. And it looks like I've got a receipt. In fact, if I look at it, I can see that sure enough, that's the receipt that I want. And now I'll say that's in my receipts. I'll upload that. And so now I have an attachment. I can add many attachments if I need to. If I was doing this in the TimeControl mobile app, I could even take a picture and attach that to my expenses and put that right into my timesheet. So I'll click OK. You can see I have one line already for my expenses right here. And when I go back to my timesheet, I will be able to find out that I have expenses in this line when I go to fix it. Looks like I didn't save my hours there though. So let's just apply those. There's another kind of non-labor information I can add here as well. I can put in freeform notes. And you might find there's an extra notes icon in your system. Here I'm going to say flew to Toronto and back next day, and that's the way that our flight looked. And so now we have a note in on that item as well. Now, another option here that we can talk about if we're talking about non-labor expenses, if you take a look under options, first of all, I can see the notes icon if I wish, and I could put in things like estimate to complete. I could put in whether this item is complete. I can see things like original estimate from the last time it was updated. And if I just make this a bit narrower, then we can see a couple things. First of all, here you can see under the notes icon, it's colored in because we know we have a note there. And now that I've put that onto my timesheet, if I just click on that, I go right to that note that we created. And then over here on the right-hand side, we just make that just a little bit narrower so we see it all at the same time. You can see that we could put in estimate to complete values. We could put in whether this item is complete or not. So all of these things can be updated on the fly in your timesheet beyond just putting in the hours. Expenses can be used to put in non-labor cash items like a hazard pay or a bonus for hazardous conditions if you're working outside. If you're using TimeControl Industrial, and we have other lessons on that, then you can see how to put in materials and equipment usage and production accomplished. So that's it, adding expenses right into a timesheet.